now rocking with the best. Who's the boxing show that's knocking out the competition? The kick-ass podcast that make you want to listen. The place where boxing fans and fighters rejoice. Thumbs up for Richie, you're listening to the fighter's voice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. We got a great show for you this evening. This evening, we're coming at you live at a special time of 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Why? Because our guest just got done working out, preparing himself for a big event in Fresno, California, October 16th. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have a great show. But, before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor tonight. And our sponsor tonight is Pound for Pound CBD line. That's CBD gummies, gel, caps, oil in the cream. And you can order yours today at www.pforpcbd.com. That's www.pforpcbd.com. So, hey, if you want to feel better, actually I got to use them. And I want to tell Mikey this too, because I must have slept wrong or something. I hurt my neck, my back's kind of tweaked a little bit. So when I go home, I have a little bit left. I'm going to put some on there. And these gummies, now let me tell you something about the gummies. I suggest that you bite it in half, because if you take one, you're going to sleep like Sleeping Beauty, man. You're going to sleep through the night. You're going to feel good. But you know what? You're going to wake up stronger and revised. Like a revival. Like when churches have a revival and you feel washed and cleansed. Enough said, man, because I can go on and on about this product. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our guest tonight, and that's the 4-division world champion, Mr. Mikey Garcia. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice, Mikey.
Hey, Richard, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure, and, always glad to be back.
Hey, well, thank you, man. And first of all, it was great talking to you this weekend, seeing you this weekend, both you, Jose, and of course, another congratulations to Charles Tremblay, Dr. Charles Tremblay at that.
Of course, he had his little celebration. We had to go show support and love, Dr. Charles now. So it's great having the team growing. It's a wonderful team. I'm excited. I'm happy to have everybody on board.
Hey, Mikey, you know what went through my thoughts, man? I had to ask you, when you were in Fresno, and because I know you got in a day earlier, did anybody in Fresno recognize you? Did they go up to you, or you just looked like a regular guy that day, or were you kind of, on the down low?
No, I just checked in, went straight to bed the night before. The following morning after the run, when I went to breakfast, I had a couple that said hi to me. Obviously, they follow boxing. So yeah, that was it. I didn't go anywhere else. I stayed in my room until it was time to go. Hey, say hi to Charles and the whole celebration. After that, we drove back home. So I didn't get a chance to go around town much.
Well, you said go back home, but I want to tell you something, Mikey. You also have a new adopted home, and that's the home of the Fighter's Voice, for one, and also Fresno, California, brother, because I'm telling you, they can't wait to embrace you. Social media is going absolutely crazy, especially here in the Central Valley. They can't wait for you just to drop anchor here in Fresno, California. How does that make you feel?
Thank you. That's wonderful, and that's great to hear. It's great to know that I have a lot of support. Great to know that the fans are excited to see me back, and this time we're fighting in Fresno, and I get a chance, for the people around Fresno and the communities around to come see me live, for the first time. So that's wonderful. I'm just very excited, very appreciative of all the love and support that I get from every part of the state and the country. And this time we get to do it here in Cali and represent and just, give the local fans an opportunity to see me and watch a great night of boxing.
Exactly. And you know what I'm also excited about? Not only about the card, I'm going to talk about the card shortly, but I'm really excited about the collaboration of Fresno's own Rick Merigian along with Eddie Hearn. Matru Boxing, DAZN, Garcia Promotions, the list goes on. That's quite a collaboration.
Yes, we joined together to put this event The Zone, who will be streaming the fight, Matchroom Boxing with Eddie Hearn, and myself, Garcia Promotions, and now with Rick Meridian also being part of the team, being on board, to help put this wonderful event together. We all collaborated, all joined together, and it seems like it's a wonderful pairing of teams because so far, all I keep hearing is great news, great results, great reception. So I'm very excited to be able to do this.
I've known Rick for some time now, and I'm going to be honest with you. He feels so humble and so appreciative. First of all, he's just so grateful and thankful that he has this golden opportunity to not only collab with Eddie Hearn, but to be able to promote. You got to remember who you are, Mikey. Pound for pound, one of the best to ever do it, and still do it to this day.
Thank you. Well, we're still pushing hard. We're still hungry and still looking for bigger fights, and we want to make sure that we have the right people on board also to help us get there. And this is one of those events where it'll give back and be able to highlight those people around me as well, not just myself, but everybody around is doing a great job, and that'll allow me to continue working harder and in a bigger way for future fights.
Mikey, I'm looking forward to your fight, of course, as I always do. But I got to tell you, there's one particular fight, brother. I'm going to be glued in because I'm going to be covering the fight as media. But when this fight goes on, I am going to turn into a fan. And I'm talking about Bam Rodriguez. I'm looking forward to this fight. I was excited once it was announced that he's getting his title shot. Between me and you, brother, I don't see this thing going the distance. I've never seen such a little man packed with so much punches and so much arsenal and so much potential in the boxing industry.
Look, we're very excited to be, hosting Bam Rodriguez, first title shot. I'm more excited, to see him become world champion. He's worked so hard. He's hungry. He's motivated. I see him in the gym every day, and this kid is unbelievable. This kid is amazing. I truly believe he's going to be, an all-time great. Just his skills are above, anything else that you've seen. And, I'm very excited. So, we were able to put together his world title fight opportunity. And, it's very exciting to have another shot at the title, for the gym, for the team, myself, like I said, I'm excited for him. So, it's a wonderful fight. I know his opponent is a tough guy. He's a world champion. He obviously doesn't want to give up the title, but I believe in Bam. I think Bam will become world champion on October the 16th.
You and me both, brother. I'm looking forward to that, and I know Josh, his brother Franco, he's also excited too. And when those brothers both have the bouts, can you imagine a Garcia Promotions promoting in their hometown? I mean, sky's the limit, man. I could just see these seats being filled and just taking it to another level.
Me and my brother Robert, and including Pita, we're already discussing, a possible show, in the near future with both brothers defending the world titles, in hometown, and building a big event around that, because it's not very common that you see two brothers become world champions at the same time, during the same time, during their same career. So we're already mapping something out like that. So, don't be surprised when we have that done.
Well, hey, when you put that promotion team together, man, we got to talk, man, because if you need somebody behind the mic, man, I'm your guy, and we're going to make that happen.
Gotcha,
we're going to promote it and make that happen, man.
Got it, Richard. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, there's also somebody from Fresno, California, making his professional debut as a professional. He signed with Matchroom Boxing with Eddie Hearn, and that's Fresno's own Mark Castro making his pro debut, not debut, but his Fresno debut, rather, in Fresno, California.
Yeah, home debut.
Home debut, exactly.
Yeah, his home debut. Mark is a wonderful kid, up and coming. He had a tremendous amateur career. He's developing as a pro. He is signed to Matchroom Boxing with Eddie Hearn, and he'll be on the show. I think the fans are going to be very excited to see him, in his hometown. And I'm sure he's going to have a lot of fans there also. It's always wonderful to be fighting in front of your hometown. So that's going to be terrific for Mark Castro.
You know what, man? I mean, you got 3 fights already that are just blockbusters, that are exciting to see, that's Fresno was anticipating, especially with Mark and Bam getting his title shot, and then Mikey Garcia making his Fresno debut, man, and just we appreciate it. I know DAZN does, and this is only the beginning, Mikey. I can see you, defending once you become a world champion again in Fresno, California, and calling it your second home.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we can always come back if the crowd loves us, if they show us all that love. That's what I appreciate the most. And so far, it seems like they are showing a lot of love. I see nothing but good reviews, nothing but good results already. Tickets are going out crazy, So are you still there?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, okay, we're good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing nothing but good things. So I'm very excited, and we can definitely come back, defend a title one time, in Fresno for my local fans up there as well.
We also got some people that are very excited, not just us, but all over the world, and some have had showed and what actually their gratitude. They've contacted me today, and here's just one, and this is pretty close. We're going to jump right to it. We got some questions and comments coming out real quick. So this is coming from, of course, Mr. Mikey Garcia. He said, ask Mikey, what does he think about a possible matchup with Josh Taylor? And I want to talk to you about that one, Mikey. Regis Prograis and Teofimo Lopez.
I mean, we love them all. I'll say yes to all of them. We were very close to trying to get this fight with Regis Prograis. Unfortunately, based on time frame, scheduling, and budgets, we weren't able to secure that. But we can possibly get that next. Right after this fight, things go well on the 16th, then maybe we can have a quick turnaround and secure the fight with Regis. After that, if things go well, again, then obviously the bigger fights are what we want, and a fight with either Regis or Lopez, Lopez or Taylor would be the fight. Those would be the big fights. I love them all. I'm up for it. I think I can really show my fans, everything that I can do, and I just gotta get those shots. I gotta get those opportunities to showcase my skills.
Mikey, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and I'm not revealing what you do, but you were a brilliant, smart man, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because after the Josh Taylor fight and Jose Ramirez fight, you went up to Josh Taylor and you said, hey, congratulations. You did good. You gave him respect. And everybody saw that. Everybody saw that as good sportsmanship. But you know what I saw, Mikey? I saw, look at Mikey. Mikey's already sizing him up from head to toe. You touched him from the chest. You even touched him in the stomach area. You were looking at his shoulders, his posture, everything. And I said, that is brilliant.
We're good sportsmanship. We're good sportsmen. It is a sport in the end. Obviously, I was not, excited and happy for the outcome. We wanted our boy Jose to win, but we got to show respect and show, the sportsmanship. So I congratulated him. We ran into each other. I said, congratulations. In fact, I was already leaving when they waved at me and they said hi. They yelled my name out, so I quickly turned around. I recognized them, so I came down, and just congratulated him on the fight. It was a good fight, and that was it. But obviously it is a sport, and there is a chance that we could, in the near future, see each other inside that ring. So, of course, that's something that we look forward to. And, of course, I look at everything, just to get a feel of what I see, out of Josh Taylor, size, that body size, that kind of thing. But like I said, we're willing to fight anybody. We're not here to, pick and choose, the easiest opponents. In fact, we want the best and most feared opponents. That's what we're after.
Of course. Once again, Rick Maria says, hey, let him know that I'm so grateful for the chance and opportunity to show exactly what I can do.
I appreciate it. Always showing me lots of love and lots of hard work on his part. So I appreciate him in return.
Now, check this out, man. I mean, this guy always flies. This guy, when he's not working, because, this guy works very, very hard as a matchmaker. And I'm talking about Brad Goodman. He said, I'm 100% in his corner. I'll be driving out to the fight with Robert. right after Robert's fight.
Wow.
I'll be there October 15th in Fresno, California, live in person to not only watch Mikey Garcia, but support Mikey Garcia and Garcia Promotions along with the fighter's voice. This is coming from Brad Goodman himself.
Thank you. I really appreciate Brad. He's always been a good friend. We've known him for many, many years now. We started in Top Rank, and he was my matchmaker when I was fighting for Top Rank. So we've had a good relationship. He's gonna be. They're hosting a show on Friday night out in San Diego. Actually, my brother's gonna be there for the show. They got a few fighters fighting, and my brother's gonna drive up after that show straight to Fresno from San Diego to Fresno. So I think Brad is gonna come out with my brother now, I guess. So that'd be wonderful to have Brad out there in Fresno. And I mean, I always appreciate the love and support that he gives me. So thank you very much, Brad.
And this is from Lee Samuels. He says, of course, when Robert's in your corner, who else is in your corner?
Hey, Lee. We have obviously all of our family there. My dad, my nephew Pita, and Dr. Anderson. We're all family. And if we've always had this. So, like I said, close friends, we consider them family, just like Dr. Anderson. He's been there, ever since my brother used to fight. And, if Brad Goodman is showing up, Lee's there, whoever else is there, I know Bruce Trampler is also a good friend and always showing lots of support. So we'll consider them family as well. We'll consider them as our cornermen as well. There
you go. Very well said. Now, here's a quick message. He left me a video message, just short and brief. It's kind of encouraging, but this is from one of your future opponents, and I'll play it for you.
Hey, what's up, bro? Nah, just tell Mikey I said not congratulations. Tell him I said good luck on, good luck on the dude he's fighting, the dude from Spain. Whoop his ass, go out there and whoop his ass, and hopefully we see each other next year. It probably won't happen this year, but, hopefully we see each other next year.
That's from Regis Prograis. To you, Mikey.
Yeah. Well, we might actually be able to pull something together and do it early part of next year. If things go well in this fight and we don't have any injuries or anything like that, then very likely, I mean, we can move on and push for that fight. Because like I said, we were very close to trying to secure that. Both teams were on board. It just happened that the scheduling, the weeks needed to promote were not there. And it's that's unfortunate, but that's a very interesting fight that I wanna take on. So we'll definitely see each other soon.
Hey, I'm your Huckleberry.
Definitely.
Now, listen, when you get to Fresno, if you need some last minute work, okay, say you need some private gym work or something, I have the gym for you in Fresno, California. It doesn't matter what time, any hour of the night. If you want to pull a Floyd Mayweather and get a workout at 2 o'clock in the morning, just say, Rich, you know what, go ahead and make that call. There's a certain area that I have in Fresno that I have access to. And I know some people have opened up their gyms to you, Mikey, but I'm talking about some privacy, a nice gym, nice facility. Go ahead and bring the team. They'll be more than welcome. I told them that I would give them that plug and welcome you when you do come to Fresno.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. We'll be out there for a few days, so we will be needing, a place to get some work in. So I'll definitely be in touch.
Mikey, so how does that week stand out? I mean, how does that week go? What is their plan? I know you possibly a media day, you got a press conference, and then, of course, the weigh-in, and then Saturday's action.
Yeah, we don't have it mapped out yet, but I can expect a few days of promoting, maybe some media work, maybe the weigh-in, of course, that'll be on Friday. But we will probably do a little more promoting as well. I don't have it mapped out. Like I said, Rick will be the one to tell me and organize the whole week. But I assume I'll be there probably maybe Monday, and get some work in all week until like I said, Friday the weigh-in and Saturday night, obviously the actual fight.
Well, our week is scheduled. We always schedule from Tuesday and Thursday as we come on at 6 o'clock on the podcast. That whole week, I'm going to leave it open Because if Mikey Garcia has an open slot, we're going to get his ass down here in studio. None of this Zoom stuff. Get him down here and then get him back up to Fresno. This will be in Madera. We're only 20 minutes away.
Close by, man. That's just around the corner for us. So once we're there, we'll definitely stop by.
Okay, man. I'm going to remember that, Mikey. But one thing I'm not going to do with you, I am never getting in a car with you. Ever. I mean, ever, brother.
Nah, you gotta try it. You gotta try it at least once. Once I'm done with my fight, come over and we'll hit the track. I'll show you a couple of laps at the track.
Hey, brother, I've been watching the laps on the track on the rides you've been getting. Not only your brother, but your sister, your family, your friends, and these are your loved ones, my man. And you're just putting the pedal to the metal.
No. We're having a good time, but we're being safe about it. Nothing dangerous, nothing crazy. People just, they're not used to, the high speed, so they get a little scared. But we'll definitely get a chance to get you on the track, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very fun, man. It's not dangerous, not scary. You might get a little scared at first, but it's fun.
Okay, well, here's the thing. So you get these guys in the car and you just tell them you're going up the road or you're backing out of the driveway. You want to get me on the track? Bro, I'll pass out, man. I mean, my eyes will probably literally come out of my head.
No, nothing's going to happen. Trust me, you're going to have fun. I'm probably going to be hitting the track a month after, so like in November. There's a few dates that are going to be open. So once I have the schedule, just keep in touch with me and I'll hit you up what day track's available and where to see me. Well, I'm gonna do a nice show. We'll do a nice episode out on the track.
I'm sure you will. And I'm gonna make sure I get a good life insurance. That's for sure.
Nah, you don't need it, bro. You're in good hands. You're in a good car, in good hands, a good driver.
Hey, all the above, and I'm with the champ, right?
You're with the champ.
Listen, Mike, I know you got a busy schedule. I got to let you go, but I plan on going up there before your fight. Let me know what day is good for you. I'm going to head up there. We'll get some content along with my video guy, and then, maybe we can grab a cup of coffee or, chew the fat a little bit.
Come on down next week. You can come on down next week. Any day of the week is fine. Just keep in touch with me so we can schedule the time. But definitely, you can always come over here. I'm here all week this week. I don't know if you're available, but if not, then let's do it for next week.
Hey, let's plan for next week. I'll text you right after the show. I'll send you the link. And once again, man, I'm going to let you go because I know you got a busy schedule. I know you got to wake up in the morning and take care of everything that you got to take care of. But here's one thing right here, man. The mic is yours. The platform is yours. What can we expect? Fresno, California, The Zone Boxing, Matchroom, Rick Merigan, Mikey Garcia Promotions, October 16th. What can we expect?
Oh, you're gonna see a wonderful night of boxing, great boxing fights, great show, great performances by myself and Bam, guarantee. We're gonna be able to show all my fans, that I'm back and that I haven't missed a step. That I'm ready to take on the very, very best of the boxing, world, and there's a reason why I'm still here and why I'm still shooting, and targeting big names. That's what you're going to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the man himself. We're going to continue to stay on air. I got a few things that I got to get across to all the followers. But, Mikey, appreciate your time. Always a class act. And as always, the best part of the show right here, Mikey. Thumbs up for Richie.
Thank you, Richard. See you soon, man.
See you soon, brother. Well, folks, Mikey Garcia, you're talking about a guy that just got done literally working out. He worked out this evening, fresh out of the ring. So I wanted to make sure that I give him the time that he needs to share with his family or just prepare for his daily workouts and, in the middle of training camp. So I don't want to keep the man. I appreciate, the time that he does give the Fighter's Voice. I know you guys were anticipating the whole show, and I got a flock of questions and comments coming in. And I'm sorry if I couldn't get to yours. But if you subscribe to the channel and if you send it out there, I will personally give it to Mikey. You heard him himself. Invited us down there to show up next week. And you know what? The question that I do ask, and I'm going to kind of put, because actually there's 10 questions I didn't get to. There may be 11. I'm thinking 12. But I'm going to pull a couple questions out. And if I use them, man, then, maybe get you a Fighter's Voice t-shirt or something just to make it happen. But nevertheless, man, we got some things to go over. And one thing I do want to go over is before this fight takes place in Fresno, California, October 16th, we have the trilogy with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Now, I want to know, what's your take on that? These are to the fans and the followers and supporters on Deontay Wilder with the new trainer, and also Tyson Fury. Is he overconfident? Is he ready to go? Is he going to come in once again heavier like he did last time to impose his will? Is Deontay Wilder ready to make the adjustments to be successful to win the belt back? And if he is successful, can we see a fourth fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury? These are the questions that I give to you, the followers and the supporters and all the Fighter's Voice supporters out there. I do appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It's at www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. Every fighter has a voice, and so do you. And I literally mean that. So do you. You get on the YouTube, you ask your questions, your comments. Sometimes they're cool, and sometimes you're to the point, and you're very opinionated. But, hey, I'm a true supporter of what you say, because every fighter has a voice. Something also in my mind, too, that I do want to ask you. Caleb Plant is working very closely, not just getting pointers, but working very closely with who I want to call one of the best light heavyweights ever to lace up the gloves, and that's Andre Ward. Now, how much can an improvement can he make with Caleb Plant as far as the advice he's giving him, being a supporter and being, one of the voices out there that's going to be heard come fight night? Now, you can have Mike Tyson in the corner. You can have Julio Cesar Chavez in the corner. My point is, once that bell rings, it's only going to be you and Canelo getting it on. It's not going to be Andre Ward. It's not going to be Mike Tyson or any of the above. But you're a true professional. You're undefeated. And what I do like about you is that, Caleb Plant, is the confidence that you have. As if to say, hey, I've never lost before. I've never backed down from a challenge before. And I'm not backing down on this one. So that's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know exactly what's going to take place in my opinion and in my view. But right now, it's still early to tell. I do still looking forward to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I also want to add this. It's you, the fans, and you, the supporters, who with all the questions, all the comments, and even you Hall of Famers, and even you professional athletes that send the questions and the comments. I'm very grateful, because without you guys, the show doesn't go on. The show belongs to you. I'm just the voice. I'm just giving you guys the platform, and the rest is up to you guys. Now, Thursday I have open. I'm saving it right now because I just sent a message out there to Bam Rodriguez. Hopefully we can have him on the show this Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Bam Rodriguez. I would say keep your fingers crossed, but I'm really not superstitious about that. Maybe when he's done working out, he'll give us a call and reply. So I'm ready for that. And also we're going to hear from Rick Morrigan leading up to the show, October 16th. I want to hear it from the man himself. Rick's a very hard worker. I'm grateful and thankful that he is bringing boxing back to Fresno, California. The man can work with anybody from Top Rank to DAZN, and I'm looking forward to him even working with Golden Boy. As you know, he's the manager for Virgil Ortiz Jr. once that title shot comes. There was an article today I want to talk about. Robert Garcia, 6 fighters in one day. September 28th, going to take place. I mean, this guy is just push thin. or was it? No, today's the 28th. It's going to be this month. I mean, he's had 7 before. He's had 8 before. But, you know, to continue to push the envelope and continue to grow, not just as a trainer, and the confidence that he has in his son, Mikey Garcia, is second to none. We had him on the show Thursday, and one of the questions was asked, a great question by Hall of Famer Lee Samuel. He said, if you were not training, and he's talking to Robert, who would you have as a trainer to train your fighters? And we're talking about the fighters of, you know, being Mikey, Jose Ramirez, Joshua Franco, Virgil Ortiz, Bam Rodriguez. First of all, he acknowledged that it was such a great question, and he knows, you know, why they call Lee Samuel and why Lee Samuel is a Hall of Famer. And he said without hesitation, he said, I would go with Pita, which is his son, of course, that he trusts. And he trusts him because of the knowledge that he has and the knowledge that he also grabbed from his father. So that Garcia family, as far as training, they're not going anywhere. I can see a couple Hall of Famers when it's all said and done. I want to thank Lee Samuel because he brings the questions to the fighter's voice that needs to be brought. I mean, the man is just full of wisdom, full of knowledge. And every time I talk to him on the phone or every time he reaches out, man, I can't help but be filled and be that sponge. You know, a lot of people, they refuse to want to learn or be that sponge. They just want to do things their own way, and we know the way things go. One thing I did want to talk to Mikey about, but I knew he had to go and we wanted to release him. I want to talk about some of these young fighters and some of these promotion teams that are out there. It's okay to be a great promoter and have a great organization, but what these young fighters need today, and when I said Mikey, is because Mikey is also an advisor to make sure that there is life after boxing and these young fighters are investing their money right so they don't go broke after their career is over, but also their well-being. And I think a lot of these young fighters do need some advisors to go out there and look at their opponents, to go out there and do their homework, whether it's a right-hander or a southpaw, if their record is patent, just poofed up or protected, to do the investigation, to do the work that needs to be done, because once the bell rings, it's too late for that. Just because there's a fight set and it's in stone doesn't mean it's always the best move and it's always the safest fight. I understand there's obligations with promoters to get certain fights in with these young fighters and that are promised to them. COVID made a difference, but at the end of the day, man, we must look out for our fighters. We must look out for their best interests, and we must not sell ourselves short. When I say that, you're either a trainer, you're either a promoter, you're either a publicist, you're either an advisor, or you're either a manager. Now, if you're trying to do all four or all three, you're pushing yourself thin. And who's the one paying the price? The fighters. Now, I'm going to get off that topic before I get 100 emails of people getting offended, but it is what it is. And I'm here to say I'm offering my service as a boxing advisor to these young camps, to these young fighters. Let me show you what I can do, and you'll see the difference. To add to your team, to add to your trainer, to add to your promoter, your publicist, your spokesman, your dietitian, because in order to be successful, you got to have all the above. Not one person that says, okay, I'm also your dietitian, I'm also your promoter, I'm also your trainer, I'm also your advisor, I'm also your spokesman, etc., etc., etc. Guys, let's put together the team. Let's do it right, and let's think about these fighters. Let's think about their young careers and give them a fair opportunity to excel in the sport of boxing. Boxing is a very lonely sport. It's a very selfish sport. It's a very greedy sport. But you got to really appreciate the sweet science when it's all said and done, because that's part of enduring the true do's and don'ts of the sport, the ugliness of the sport, the beautiful champions of the sport, and the beautiful opportunities of the sport. You know, it's endless. This opportunity, the opportunities that the sport of boxing brings you is endless. But at the same time, let's think of the well-being of these young fighters. I just can't ignore it. I can't seem to get off the topic right now because, you know, I do have a heart, I do have a soul, and I do care about these fighters. And I understand boxing is a lonely sport, and it's a very selfish sport. So let's do our best to put together the best team possible for every fighter out there. And, you know, just be open to it. So I had to say my piece before we go. But you know what? I'm looking forward to week of October 16th. Like Mikey said, he's going to probably be in Fresno that Monday. Look for an open media workout. Look for the weigh-in to be open to the public, and look for the press conference to be open to the public. Mikey's a fan-filled guy. So is Bam Rodriguez. Eddie Hearn's going to be on site. Mark Castro's going to be there. Rick Merigan's going to be there. Jose Ramirez is going to be there. And there's going to be some surprises. You're going to have some celebrities as well, but some that I know that I can't just reveal just yet. So remember that, October 16th, a big event, The Zone, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, Rick Merigan, Mikey Garcia, the headliner, Bam Rodriguez. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. Mark Castro. It's going to be a fun-filled event. Tickets are still available. I believe there's a couple VIP tables still available. Maybe only as much as maybe 3 or 4. Don't quote me on that because they've been going fast. I actually reached out to one of the promoters and I said, hey, one of my buddies needs a table. He said, have them email me ASAP because they're going like hotcakes. I heard from different camps that are already sold out. And then I heard they made 4 available. So if you do want a VIP table, it's at a fair price. I mean, contact promoter Rick Merigan. Look him up on Instagram or Twitter. If you have his email, hit him up on email or contact me on The Fighter's Voice and I'll send you his email to see what's left or see what he can do for you. Tickets are still available, but they're going fast, my man. I'm telling you, they're going fast. There's not a bad seat in the house. Look for a great event. Once again, I'm your host, Richard Ortiz of The Fighter's Voice. Remember, every fighter has a voice, and so do you. It's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.